In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why I no longer do pickup. And then I'm going to give you 3 alternatives to the whole pickup thing. But before I go on about this video, if you're new to this channel, if you're new to this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. There's a lot of cool shit on this channel. Lots of kick-ass content. If you're already subscribed, this is very important for you guys who are subscribed. Go beside the subscribe button, there is a notification bell. Hit that notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you're notified. Okay, so guys, please do that. Let's get on with it. 3 reasons why I no longer do pickup. So just briefly, there was a period in my life, there was a phase where I was going out to pick up chicks. I was approaching random strangers, random girls, and trying to get their numbers and go out on dates, blah blah blah. And I did this because I simply was too nervous and too shy around women because of my upbringing, primarily. I grew up in a conservative Muslim environment. I went to an all-boys school. I basically lived a sausage fest type existence until I moved to Canada. And as a result of that sausage fest type existence, I had a lot of problems communicating, talking to women, and I had to do something about it. So I picked up my sword and I did pickup. Right? I said, okay, I'm gonna do this my way. And it was a big learning experience for me on so many levels. It helped me with a lot of things. It helped me with certain aspects, more social confidence, etc. But ultimately I realized, and by the way, I had results, success, because in the pickup scene, in the pickup community, you gauge your results, right? You're result oriented. So it's like, if you get laid, if you get a number, if you do this, you know, it's a tracking number. So yes, I did get laid by doing pickup. But as with everything else, that high of getting laid, it wore off. That high of, you know, getting a girl's number, that high of getting laid, it wears off, right? Nothing is permanent. And after the high wears off and you're back to sobriety, you start to realize a few things. And I realized that pickup kind of fucked me up. It fucked me up. So I'm going to tell you 3 reasons how it fucked me up and why I don't do it anymore. The first thing is pickup reduces everything mechanically. There's a mechanical reduction. What do I mean by mechanical reduction? Everything to you becomes a number. Right? It becomes a numbers game. So you say, I'm going to approach X amount of girls and I'm going to try and get X amount of numbers, and I'm going to get X amount of dates, and I'm going to get X amount of lays, right? Lays or whatever. I'm going to score. So you start to have this numerical value to everything, and essentially you reduce these women who are souls, there's a consciousness in there. You reduce that consciousness to a number, to a mechanical number, right? Because to you, everything is a numbers game. Everything to you is a numbers game. It's about volume. You just do it X amount of times and you track your conversion rate and you go on from there. And it's like, well, that's like you're treating this like a business now. You know, where is the soul? Where is the heart? Where is the love? And that didn't sit well with me after a while, right? After that high of, you know, being able to go talk to girls, getting the numbers, getting laid, after that wore off, I'm like, man, the fuck? I'm looking at these girls as numbers now? I'm looking at a woman as numbers? You know, and for me, that rude awakening happened after a few psychedelic trips, after a few psychedelic experiences, you know. The psychedelics, they make you more objective and they make you see yourself in objective lenses. I said, wow, I am like looking at women as just mechanical objects, as numbers. And I was kind of like, that's sad, man. Like, I was just like, wow, you know? You started this off with your heart, with your soul. You really wanted to be intimate with women, but now it became an ego game. It became a head game. So then I realized, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to go out and pick up chicks anymore for a change. How about that? Let me just do nothing. So, mechanical reduction. That's the reason number one why I stopped doing pickup. And reason number two, and this is very important to understand. I want to emphasize this. When you go out to pick up a girl, you might think that you're trying to appeal to the girl, but you're not appealing to the girl most of the times. You're appealing to a program. You're appealing to an operating system. Okay? So the easiest way for me to demonstrate this, if you learn pickup in the United States of America, and then you go to a country like Turkey, maybe Eastern Europe, somewhere different, with different rules, different culture, different dating culture, and suddenly you try all these tricks, all these things that you learned, and you realize they don't fucking work whatsoever, then you say, oh shit, I gotta learn new tricks, I gotta learn new strategies, I gotta learn new ways to learn how to get laid in this culture. And you might look at it and say, well, okay, you know, that's cool, right? You just learn different rules. No, that's not the point. That's not the point, because then that means if every time you move to a different country, to a different culture, you have to change your rules, your manipulations, your ways of seducing the opposite sex, then where are you gonna find yourself? Where are you gonna find that authentic place if everything to you is always strategy, if everything to you is always manipulation, then you're appealing to the culture. Right? You're appealing to the culture. So, you know, like, I used to follow this pickup artist. His name is Mystery. And he was mentioned in the book The Game by Neil Strauss, right? And his whole thing was doing magic tricks and wearing extravagant, not necessarily expensive, but extravagant, shiny things to get the attention of girls. And you know what? It works. It works. But here's the problem, man. Here's the problem. Look. Yes, okay, you're getting the attention of like a lot of girls here by putting on this persona. But the girls don't like you for you. They like you for you displaying success in the material world, success as a consumer, and that's their programming. So you're appealing to their programming, and that's the attention you're getting from them. You're getting the attention from their programming, not the actual attention of the soul, of the consciousness that is inside this body. You understand? So in a way, you're losing your soul, because in a way, like, you're saying, what is the operating system here? What is the cultural operating system? What is the software? What is the program that is gonna get me the most amount of girls? Because, mind you, these girls are programmed, and most people are not conscious enough to be aware of their program and to override it and transcend it and actually see beyond, actually see beneath the superficial persona, the superficial, personality and gimmick that we put on, because it's all gimmicks, right? It's all gimmicks. So if we're constantly putting on these gimmicks, then who's inside there? Who am I? Do I like what's inside of you? Do I like what your energy feels? Or do I like how you display yourself? And I guess my programming is attracted to your programming now. That's, to me, was one of the biggest problems with pickup. That it fucked me up, and taking psychedelics made me realize this. That I was just like putting on this persona. Like when I was during my pickup phase, I used to dress like a mobster, right? Dress shirt, dress shoes. I was a sharp dressed motherfucker. Okay, and if I can find a picture of it, maybe I'll put it in the thumbnail. And you know what? It used to get me massive amount of attention from girls. And it made the whole process easier. It made the whole process of me talking to them, taking them out on dates, getting late, it made it easier. Because, you know, I was like sharp dressed, I looked, you know. But guess what? And I found that out as I was doing this. I was appealing, I was getting all this attention. The girls didn't like me for who I am. I appealed to their programming because, you know, I live in Canada. It's a consumerist, capitalist, materialistic type society. So I was appealing to that program, which is the same program in my head, the same program in their head. So I'm appealing to the program, to the cultural operating system, to the software. And then I'd find out later that these girls didn't really like me, and they didn't even know. But they didn't really like me, the soul that is inside, the person. They just liked the gimmick. It appealed to their programming. So that trickery, that constant manipulation, that constant trickery, you know, after a few psychedelic trips, I realized, man, oof, you know, it's tiring for me, you know, to constantly put on this persona and constantly put on these gimmicks. You know, it's tiring for me, man. It was tiring me out. I was constantly in my head all the time, plotting, scheming, say this now, do this now, get this number now, blah, 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 blah. And I was tired of it. I was like, fuck, like, can I just be myself? Can I just say what's in the moment? Can I just, like, you know, just say what's on my mind? Do I have to constantly plot and scheme? Do I constantly have to dress up like this? Do I constantly have to wear what I'm wearing to appeal, to get the mass attention of these girls, right? So it was very much working on a superficial level. So that's kind of why I stopped doing pickup. Number 3, massive ego boost. Massive ego boost. And what do I mean by massive ego boost? Pickup can be massively delusional to your ego. Meaning, if you do good with a girl, quote unquote, you do well, you say the right things, and you get the number, and you do the things that, you know, you get the number, you get laid, you know, you take credit for it. You say, I did it all. And then, on the other hand of it, the yin and the yang, you also take blame if things don't go your way. Like if you go and say something and then the girl walks away, or after you guys have sex, you know, you text the girl again, she never texts you back, she never calls you back, you take the blame. You say, I did something wrong, I must have done something wrong. So you're living in your ego here, you're taking credit and blame, but really, if you were to look at it objectively, there's no credit to be taken, no blame to be taken. Because the girl who didn't like you, she probably would never have liked you in a million years anyway, whether you said this or you said that. Maybe, for example, the way you look reminds her of her asshole ex-boyfriend, and she just automatically doesn't like you. You really think saying something or pulling a certain trick from some book you read is gonna help your case here? No. No, no, no. Either you vibe or you don't. The girl's just not gonna like you. That's it. End the discussion. You can't force this. In the same way, when the girl likes you and you want to take credit for it, it's like the girl would have liked you anyway. She might have liked something about your physical appearance and really draws her. Now, did you create your fucking physical appearance? Tell me, God, Mr. God, did you create your physical appearance? That happens to attract this girl, happens to trigger her, to make her turned on? Did you do this? You know? Oh, you might say, okay, well, but she likes my body. I have a nice body, you know, I've been going to the gym, you gotta give me credit for this, come on, give me credit for working out. Well, okay, you go work out for an hour. What's going on in the other 23 hours when your body is rejuvenating itself, building these muscles, making them bigger, making them stronger? You're forgetting about that 23 hour and you're just saying, well, I've been working out, I've been hard, come on, give me credit. It's like the other thing is if you have like a buff body and you work out, chances are you have good genetics. You know, some people, they fucking keep working out, but they stay skinny. They might get stronger, but they stay skinny because they don't have like the bodybuilding genetics. So again, you're taking credit for your genetics now. So really, like it can be, pickup can be massively delusional, and it can be like absolutely massively egocentric. So I looked at these things and I said, I don't want to do this anymore, right? It's like, I don't want to do this anymore, man. It kind of for me felt like I was selling my soul. I wasn't being who I was. I wasn't being authentic in the moment. So then, what is the alternative then? You know, how do you meet girls? How do you meet somebody from the opposite sex? How do you get in an intimate relationship? How do you get intimate? Like, aren't you supposed to go and pick up? There is a belief that you should probably look into changing. There is the belief, once you get into pickup, that the only way to meet girls is to pick up. Well, I got some news for you. There is a flow in the universe, the Tao, the way. And this flow is, you're part of it and I am part of it. And everything is part of it, okay? And it is beautiful and it is magnificent and it is always on time and it is always on point, and it always gets you exactly what you need at the moment. And if you start to plug more and more into this flow, into the Tao, into the way, into the universe, and surrender into the present moment, and just let go of this constant chasing, this constant plotting, this constant scheming, this constant manipulation, and you say, well, okay, you know what? What am I chasing there externally? Why am I constantly chasing? What do I want anyway from having sex with somebody? What is the experience I'm looking for? What am I looking for here? Give me a second because there's a call, right? Okay, it's not very important. So, sorry. What am I getting from having sex with a stranger? What is the experience I'm looking for? And you'll find soon that the experience you're looking for is just union, it's love, it's just being happy. I mean, you're looking to orgasm, to bust a nut, right? Busting a nut is, it's orgasmic, it's ecstatic, it brings you into the moment, it dissolves your ego. And you say, well, okay, let me just rest into this. What am I looking for? What am I running around like a headless chicken looking for? Let me just chill in the moment. Let me surrender. Let me relax. Let me plug into this universal flow. And as you do that, a weird thing will begin to happen. You will begin to meet people very effortlessly, very easily, and without even trying. Without even trying. And you eventually, the more you plug into this Tao, into this universal flow, you might find yourself making out with this unbelievably beautiful woman that just fits with you, that you're just so attracted to, and she's so attracted to you. And you might be like, how did we even meet? And you won't even know. You won't even know. You will not even know how you guys met. You'll have to go back and be like, oh shit. Because you plugged into this universal flow, you're in the moment, you're following your highest excitement in the moment, and you're just so blissful in everything that you do, in every act that you do, that everything just sort of fits together. And you end up meeting chicks, you end up meeting friends, even people, without even trying. Like it's I swear, you won't even, like I said, you'll find yourself in a situation where you're making out with a chick and you're like, how the hell did we even meet? Like, you won't even know, because things just flow, they happen, everything just, it's flowing, it's happening, it's beautiful. There's no like trying here, there's no overexertion, there's no like thinking, manipulating, plotting. And you know, you just, boom, there you go, everything flows, and you're meeting, you know, at every stage in your life, you're meeting a girl that is perfect for you at that moment, without even trying, because you're just resting in the moment, you're being in the moment, and you're just doing what you love moment to moment. and even the type of woman that you attract to you are, you know, because you're so in plug and flow with the moment and with your highest excitement in the moment. I know I'm saying this word a lot, but it really is all about the moment. Let's say like you're okay being in the moment, and you say, well, I want to go yoga, right? Like you really like yoga, and then you go, you're doing yoga, you love yoga, and what do you know? There is a cutie right beside you, and she loves yoga too, right? And you don't even try to pick her up or anything, but maybe you leave the yoga class and she's having a drink of water and you're having a drink of water, and then you just say, how was your class? You ask her, how was your class? Because it's a, you know, and then she says, oh, it's good. She smiles at you, you smile at her, boom. Next thing you know, you guys are talking. You see her like a couple of weeks later, boom, you guys are talking again. You see her like, you know, oh, let's go out, grab coffee, and it just sort of happens as a byproduct of you guys just constantly running into each other and talking and just sharing the passion for yoga, and boom, before you know it, you're holding arms and you're kissing and you're dancing and you're fucking and it's beautiful, right? It's like, how did it happen? You don't even know how it happened because you just plugged into the flow. And guess what? You could have gone and looked for 100 girls, tried to pick up 100 girls, and none of them would have been as compatible to you as this girl that you met doing whatever it is that you love. Resting in the present moment, resting in this place of non-neediness, the state of, what do I even need? What am I even chasing? And you sort of come at it from a place of, I want to share the experience of being alive. I want to share the bliss of the moment with you. And she kind of comes from the same place, and it's beautiful. It's like a bazillion times more of a powerful experience than going out and trying to get like 100 girls, like just going up, approaching 100 random girls. Trust me, this compatibility that you have with this one girl that the universe plugged you with, like that's gonna, like, not only did you not have to do anything, not only is it happening effortlessly, not only are you just resting in the moment, but also like that's compatibility right there. Like that's super high compatibility. And something you have to understand is there is no better Tinder than the universe, okay? There is the universal Tinder is the most powerful dating app there is. The universe. The Tao is a bazillion times more powerful than Tinder. Okay? It is the ultimate Tinder. It is the ultimate dating app. And so by being in touch with that flow, and by just allowing the people that need to come into your life to come into your life, yeah, like you would have access to this universal Tao, to this universal ultimate dating app, the Tao, the way. So that's a far more superior way of dating. That's a far more superior way, and it's just gonna like, you're gonna be much more authentic, you're gonna be much more happier with yourself, and you're ultimately, like, you don't really need to go out and date anybody. Ultimately, you can experience like insane amounts of bliss, that like insane, just by meditating. So, like, it's as simple as that, just by meditating. If you meditate long enough and you have a deep meditative practice, you can get to a point where you're experiencing like so much bliss just by being in the moment, with silence, nothing, no music, nothing, that like you realize that actually I don't even need to go look for anything externally. All I have to do is look inwards. And then from that place, when you go and meet somebody, you're meeting them from a place of, look, life is so beautiful, the moment's so beautiful, let's share this happiness. And then it's a completely different ballgame. Completely different ballgame. The other thing I want to emphasize on, compassion, guys. Compassion and empathy, okay? Because, you know, I'm speaking about my personal experience here, right? But when you reduce everything down to a numbers game, you lose that compassion and empathy, because everything to you is a game. Everything to you is, what am I gaining out of it? What's my gain here? Empathy and compassion. Every single woman that you will ever meet in your life has a complex life story just as important as yours. just as complex as yours, just as fascinating as yours. She's got family, she's got dreams and aspirations, she's got fear, she's got past trauma, she's like you. She's a stream of consciousness having a human experience, a spiritual being having a human experience. So I highly emphasize and I highly encourage compassion and empathy. Compassion and empathy. And last but not least, be honest, guys. Just be honest, okay? There's no need to manipulate, there's no need to plot. There is no right thing to say at any time. The only right thing to say, the only right thing to do is what is coming up in the moment. Okay? There is, you know, forget the rules, forget, you know, because you go and you learn these pickup systems and you pick up the rules, you learn the rules, and now you apply them. So it's like there is always an appropriate amount of time. You know, talk to her for 10 minutes and then ask her for her number. Do this for this amount and then do that. It's like just put all of that out of the window. You know, go and meditate and get in the moment, and then that's it. Be honest. Be honest. Just say what's on your mind. Be like a child, and don't get caught up in your head. Constant manipulation, plotting. Oh no, right? And understand that either we vibe or we don't. Okay, and yeah, I think the one thing I just want to make sure to emphasize here is get in touch with the Tao. Get in touch with the ultimate dating app, the Tao, the way. And things will flow and things will be a lot better. And be honest, okay? Be honest. If you like somebody, go and tell them, I like you, I think you're cute. And just say it. There's no need to manipulate, there's no need to wait, there's no need to, you know, you might want to ask a girl out that you've been talking to, but your pickup mind might say, no, you should wait a little bit because this, blah, 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 blah. Right? It's like, no. You feel like asking her out right now? Go and ask her out. Just be honest. Read the book. Pick up the book Radical Honesty by Brad Blanton. Read it. It'll free you from the prison of the mind. Okay? So, that's it. That's where I'm gonna finish off my rant. Leave me in the comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you think I'm just like completely deluded here and I'm just an asshole, and or just, you know, tell me your experience with pickup. Tell me. I know a lot. At every single point, there's always a girl that you like, that you're scared to talk to, or whatever. So leave me in the comments. Tell me what's going on in your love life. Tell me what's going on in your dating life. And I will reply. I will read every single comment and I will reply. Okay? So guys, this is a sharing platform. Share your stories in the comments. And that's it. Also, make sure to check out my free book, 5 Powerful Habits to Dominate Life in All Areas. It's for free and it's pretty cool. It's pretty fucking badass, okay? It's a pretty badass book. It's for free. 19 pages. You can take a shit and read the book and you're done, and boom. Boom. Life changed, okay? It's not a bad deal. Other than that, I love every single one of you guys. But don't forget to subscribe or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.